Oh, today we are talking about work, not the 9 to 5 work, but the work that we are about to put in for the Lord. You have an assignment. I have an assignment. We call it a vision, the vision that God has given us. And that vision is just not going to just poof. You're going to wake up and you're going to be living in the vision. The vision requires work. The vision takes patience, and the vision requires discipline and diligence. So if you are overwhelmed about the amount of work that you have to put in daily to see that vision come to pass, well, you came to the right message. If you actually are putting in the work and you want that confirmation that you're on the right track, you also came to the right message. Now, when it comes to feeling overwhelmed about amount of work that you have to get done, let's think about some things that take time. They say the best time to plant a tree is 25 years ago. Age-old saying, the only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. The only way to build a wall is one brick at a time. These are reminders that things take time. I'm currently doing some planting myself. I'm doing a little herb and vegetable garden, and we bought a sweet pepper plant, and we have been watering it daily. And I finally am seeing these little peppers, little green peppers, coming out of these flowers on the plant. But it's not time. It's not time to pick those peppers. So think about the work that you're putting in now as watering your vision every single day. And there's going to be a right time to pick the pepper or to live in the vision that God has for you. Are we reminded about in Ecclesiastes where it says, God makes everything beautiful in its time. And then it goes list on about that there's a time to live and there's a time to die. There's a time to be happy and there's a time to be sad. So if we have faith that there is going to be a time where it's going to look beautiful, because right now it may not look beautiful. Right now, if you see that little pepper, but it's not where you want it to be, just keep watering. My favorite verse, I probably talk about it in every single video of mine because it's my favorite verse. It says in Galatians 6:9, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. We are not going to give up because of the strength that we have in the Lord. It's in the Bible, it says, in our weakness, His strength is made known. So if you feel weak, that's good. I forgot who was the writer. I believe it was Paul. He talks about boasting in his weakness. It's okay to be weak. So that way, God's strength can be made known. It's the best testimony that we can give to others when we see the vision come to pass. That we were weak, that we didn't have the plan, that we didn't understand how we got it, how we did the work every single day. And we could talk about how tired we were. We could talk about that we didn't have a plan. We can talk about that even that you were consistent, that you didn't have the motivation. We're going to talk about our weaknesses. So that way, when we do see the vision come to pass, we're going to talk about how it was by His grace, it was by His strength, and it was by Him, the victory that He gave us. So that way we can see this vision come to pass. I've talked about this in many of my videos, and it's about when we receive a vision from the Lord, and if you haven't received that vision yet, stay patient, keep praying, be persistent in prayer, say, God, I want that vision, I want that purpose, I want that assignment, and in due time, you're going to receive that vision. Some of the things I've said in previous videos, you can tell that the vision is from God if it's bigger than you, because the only way that's going to happen is if God intervenes with you to get that vision coming to pass. And also, you know that it's from God when the vision, when you're living in it, it is blessing others. That you are being a blessing to those around you, or even a wider, bigger community. Those are some key insights that you are hearing from God and not hearing from yourself. I've talked about this many times in my videos. If God gave you and I the vision, He knows that we are capable with how we are now to see that vision come to pass. We have everything that we need to see that vision come to pass. You're like, no, but I need money. No, I need to learn this. No, I need to network this way. I need to know this person. I need an assistant. I need this. I need that. I'm learning Spanish. Tú no necesitas nada. I believe that's how you say it. Anyways, you don't need nothing. Tú tienes todo. You have everything. Tú necesito. I am butchering Spanish right now, but please, I'm learning, and hopefully in a year or two, you're going to see me fluent. But did you get it? You have everything you need to see that vision come to pass. So stop hearing the lies. Just take it one day at a time. The blessing of seeing today is, I believe that's why they call it the present. It's like unwrapping a gift. Use every single hour that you can, because I know that we all have jobs, and I know that, you have a family, you have to do this, but there's going to be some part of your day where you can use it by watering the vision that God has given you. And when you have that time set aside to water the vision, use every single second. Be intentional. Understand the gift of being able to chase after a vision, the gift of being able to chase after your purpose. And be motivated by the people that are going to receive blessings because you are living in that vision. Because when you're living in the vision, like I said earlier, as an insight, you're going to be able to be a blessing. So think about the people that are going to be able to receive from you living in your vision that God has given you. It's easy said than done, right? You do come home tired. You do have health, maybe complications at the moment. You do have responsibilities. I get it. I just want us to have the mindset that despite all the maybe distraction, or despite the circumstances that we're living in, that we still can water our vision, that we still can work hard, but we have to believe that we have everything that we need. And in this current moment is the moment to actually make sure that our roots are getting deeper and that our foundation is getting firm. Use this time that it's not happening right now to develop a strong foundation, to develop those roots going deep. Create something that's going to last. Now let's start reading the word. This message came from 1 Corinthians 15, verse 10. It says, "But by the grace of God, I am what I am. And His grace toward me was not in vain. On the contrary, I worked harder than any of them, though it was not I, but the grace of God that is with me." Paul wrote that, and he was comparing himself to, not comparing, but referencing the other apostles. In the Bible, it says that the humble will be exalted, and he humbled himself. He understood that he worked harder than any of the other apostles, but he understood that it was by the grace of God that he was able to work harder than any other of the apostles. And I'm not sure, because I'm not the one that gives out grace like the Lord does. However, I would love to speak life over you. Receive the grace of God today and work harder than anybody around you. Not so that way you can get something, so that way you can point towards God and His glory when others see you. when you are taking one more rep, when you are getting one more at bat, when you are getting further in the business, when you are getting further in the YouTube channel, when you're getting further in your degree, point to God and say, may God be the glory. To even be able to work at something, you are receiving grace. There's so many countries out there that they can't even think. All they're thinking about is food and water and the necessities like shelter. But you, to be able to watch this video, you are living in grace. Use that grace. Switch your mindset that things are not happening to you, but they're happening for you, and keep watering your vision every single day. Yeah, it's going to get boring. That's when creativity comes. Every single day, water the vision. And in due season, and God makes everything beautiful in its time, you will see a harvest, and that vision, you're going to live in it. You're going to be able to look around and you're going to be like, I seen this so many years ago. I seen this a couple months ago. I seen this decades ago, and I'm living in it. Praise God, give him the glory, and by his grace, you were able to work hard towards the vision. A few more verses. We have overwhelming victory through Christ. In our weakness, his strength is made known. Galatians 6:9. Do not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we'll reap a harvest if we don't give up. God makes everything beautiful in his time. And lastly, the will of God, I believe in, is it 1 Corinthians or no, 1 Thessalonians 15. The will of God is to be thankful in all circumstances. Be thankful about the circumstance that you're in right now, no matter if it looks good or bad, because God works everything for the good of those who love him. God's working, Romans 8:28. God's working everything together for the good. So be thankful right now. Work hard. Be around people that are working hard. Watch videos of people that are consistent and working hard. You got this. You have everything that you need to see this vision come to pass. All right? Thank you guys so much for staying to this part of this video. It means the world to me. If you guys like this outdoor setting, I'll come out more often. I'm in Florida, so I look like a connected dot picture because of all the mosquito bites that I have right now, especially in my legs. But that's how much I care about you guys. If you guys like the outdoors, let me know. Anyways, if you learned something today, comment down below what you learned. Maybe someone else can relate to what you learned. If you can think of someone, say, hey man, I was talking about this specific thing with my friend or with my family member or my coworker. Copy the link, send it to them, say, hey, been thinking about you. However, staying to this part of the video means the world to me. So I just want to say thank you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.